But there are a couple champions who are able to kind of take a demon's power. Neela, for one, and we're going to talk about those voice lines. Neela sought out a legendary prison of Ashlesh, which is the primordial demon of joy, and one of the 10 kings. Remember, the 10 kings we said are right here. Where's that? Where's that map? There we go. Yeah, remember we said that there's 10 demon kings. Demon of joy, we don't know if it's one of the middle circles. We know that the red circle here is definitely... that's Fiddlesticks. So whether she's in the outer circle or the inner circle, we don't know. Mord then. Yeah, Mordekaiser. Yeah, I mean, anything from the spirit realm would definitely be potent against demons. Viego's weapon, Soul Render, would definitely do great against demons. Ashlesh is one of the 10 demon kings. In an encounter that erased her from history, she confronted the demon and emerged wielding its liquid joyful power as her own weapon. Ashlesh remains bound in its prison, and its strength now claimed by a mortal who uses it to slay other mythological threats. So that's the story of Neela, like extremely high level. Let's pull up Neela here. I'm gonna keep that. I do want to keep those up. So that's Neela. Her champion trailer is really cool. Pull that up. Yeah, this is Neela, the Joy Unbound. She has the power of Ashlesh. She stole it from him. Ashlesh stole her name and her identity.
Ancient and deadly, exist in every corner of the world. They have made themselves comfortable, taken what is not theirs, gorged on the suffering of others. I will face them all and crush them. Lord of the waters, grant me swiftness for this trial. Joy.
Yeah, so Neela's one who was able to steal the power from the Demon of Joy. Then there's Jericho's Swain as well. So I probably should have pulled up Swain's theme instead. But I really like Neela's theme. I think Neela's theme's awesome. I have a question. Could someone control a Darkin? Though through the control of a demon? Could be what you want to be do with Goppy Boy? It's like an interesting theory that maybe someone controls a demon, a Darkin through a demon. That's possible, but I feel like it's hard to control a demon to begin with. Like, that could be good for... I understand LeBlanc, right? LeBlanc is controlling Atakan. She's able to kind of control him, but then, okay, you add the Darkin in there, and perhaps you could control the Darkin and the demon, but I feel like a Darkin is just as hard to control as a demon, so if you can control a demon, it'd probably be easier to control a Darkin. You could just do the same thing. Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting theory. Definitely LeBlanc. If that's LeBlanc's plan to like use to control the demon through, well, maybe she's controlling the demon, right? She's controlling Atakan through Katashli, the man. That's how she does it. By playing that game, she controls Atakan, but through Katashli. So then I guess she's gonna control the demon or the Darkin through the demon that she's controlling through Atakan that she's controlling through Katashli. That's a lot. But yeah. Oh, Swain. So Jericho Swain is another one that could definitely control a demon. He actually controls Raum. Yeah, so Swain actually, during like the war between Noxus and Ionia, he was betrayed, for one, by Borum Darkwill, returns to Noxus because he learns that something insidious is going on beneath the Immortal Bastion. And I think Raum has a lot to do with Mordekaiser, by the way. That's another theory of mine. But yeah, he goes down there, ends up being Raum and the Demon of Secrets. And through sheer force of will, Swain stared into the demon's darkness, outwitted it, and mastered it. He now wields Raum's power, allowing him to see the secrets of his enemies and tear the souls from their bodies. Now, one thing I will say is that I don't think Swain actually has control of Raum like Neela with Ashlesh. I don't think anyone like knows 100%. I don't think anyone's like 100% in control. Let me put this. Let me pull up Neela's voice lines. Look at these. You'll understand what I'm saying. In death, Ashlesh, my spirit is yours, but in life, your strength and joy belong to me. So the second Neela dies, we're going to have problems because Ashlesh is going to be free. Just something to note. But this line I really wanted to point out.
We are not alike, Jericho Swain. I know the price I paid.
So she's implying that Swain really doesn't know the price that he paid to fuse with Raum. And LeBlanc's always saying, you know, who's in control, you or the demon. I think that there might be something to this, that Swain maybe not as in control as we're led to believe. I think that with Kane too. Blood magic is basically control. That's true. Yeah, with Zolani we see that. Could be what the Guppy boy. Let me lower this a little bit. Living a literal tether is like blood magic. Like I'm on fire with the theories. Are you on Twitch, big man? Yeah, I should be on Twitch too. I think I'm live. I just stream to everywhere. Except for some reason I got freaking banned on TikTok. Not like my stream got banned. Yeah, I'm live. Live on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. I just stream to wherever. If there's lore people, which there are everywhere, I will stream to that place. The Lord of Joy rages in his prison, all that stuff. This is really cool. I thought this was really cool. Let me play this. I want to go back to... I want to talk about Neela for a little bit. I think those are Legends of Runeterra voice lines. This is the story of Neela with Ashlesh.
I am unbound from the world, mighty and joyous. May evil tremble before me.
I need to put these on like separate things so I can mess with the volume on both of them. But yeah, these are Neela's voice lines with Ashlesh saying,
May evil tremble before me. In death, Ashlesh, my spirit is yours. But in life, your strength and joy belong to me.
So that's really important. In death, Ashlesh, my spirit is yours. But in life, your strength and joy belong to me. So Ashlesh should really have a lot going for Neela dying. Should really want Neela to die.
Ashlesh, Lord of Joy, for stealing my name and my fate, I claim your power.
Yeah, and so it wasn't like this overbearing, like she just walked down there and claimed Ashlesh's power. Ashlesh is in a prison, by the way, on like somewhere out of, not in our map of Runeterra, it's more towards like where Camivore is, like all the way over here. Not on our side of the map, like all the way to the right. But what I was saying was, look at this, look at Neela's story. Like Neela is an eccentric warrior from a distant land seeking the world's deadliest, most titanic opponents so that she might challenge and destroy them. I just feel like that's coming from Ashlesh and not from her. That she wants to just battle the most titanic opponents because Ashlesh probably wants her to die. And it wasn't this whole she went down there and dominated them because somehow Ashlesh got her name and her fate. Like they almost made a deal. Bro, imagine. Moore didn't only have Talbuk and Atakan, but had Realm too. I don't think Atakan had Realm. I think Realm controls... I don't think... It's the opposite. I think Realm actually is controlling Mordekaiser. I can go over that theory tomorrow. We can add it to the topics. But yeah, I think Realm is manipulating Mordekaiser. Oh yeah. So Ashlesh, Legends of Runeterra voice lines. These are really cool. Or not Ashlesh, what am I saying? Neela. Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys this. So these voice lines really tell the story of Ashlesh. Or was it League of Legends? Oh, I thought it was Legends of Runeterra where those voice lines came from. Maybe it was League of Legends. Oh no, yeah, it was. Okay, so her recall actually tells the story of Ashlesh.
Cast down he fell, reaching upward with his 7 hands. Ashlesh turned to gaze upon the stars, and his hungers only grew.
Okay, so that's actually the first one, this one. Ashlesh turned to gaze upon the stars, and his hunger only grew. Then he was cast down by the Celestials into a prison.
He rests now, trapped in the 7th layer, deep beneath the waters.
So he's trapped in the 7th layer, deep beneath the waters. That's where Neela goes, and that's where she gets the power from the Demon of Joy. Although, again, I don't think she's in 100% control. After all, she's just running around trying to challenge the most powerful people. So I really feel like Neela is being pushed to do that by Ashlesh, and that Ashlesh is going to definitely pushing her to do that so she can eventually meet a foe that's too great. Yeah, so she says, first of nothing, that's for Fiddlesticks. If she kills Fiddlesticks, she says first of nothing, which Fiddlesticks is the first of 10 of the Demon Kings. And she says, tell the other 8 where to find me because she knows where Joy is as well. So that's 2. Yeah, and then I showed you guys the we are not alike. Some demons, I will say this. So while we're talking about Fiddlesticks, some demons like Fiddlesticks, which we could play his board. Let's play that. Man, Fiddlesticks is freaking terrifying. What a terrifying freaking demon. Fiddlesticks is so scary. In my opinion, Fiddlesticks is like the scariest thing in Runeterra. So some demons like Fiddlesticks, so we can go to Fiddlesticks' page. So some demons like Fiddlesticks are primordial forces that seem to exist beyond the concepts of life and death. Fiddlesticks is the first of 10, a being of pure unadulterated fear that has existed since the first scream of creation. Killing it is likely impossible. The only goal is to survive an encounter. And Fiddlesticks is like he really inflicts almost, I would say, psychological warfare on those who go up against him. He mimics the voices of past victims and forces its prey to relive their most terrifying memory. In Legends of Runeterra, there's like some great lines. Not great lines, but like you can see, oh, right here, Fiddlesticks Path of Champions. So in Fiddlesticks in the Path of Champions, you can see all his deck, and his deck is actually just different versions of him. Where is it? So you can see Lurking Nightmare, he's in Shurima. False Friend is when he's like infiltrated a nightmare of, who was it? I forgot her name. Fiddlesticks really embodies fear. Look, even, man, I always forget this Yordle's name. But regardless, she's like, she's terrified, and she shouldn't be, because she's like a Yordle that really is almost emo, like emotionless. Shallow Siren, like, okay, you go to Bilgewater, he's not just walking around as that, right? Now he's impersonating a siren, dragging people to the depths. And then in Demacia, he's a baleful seeker, snuffing. In Noxus, he's a dread harvester, right? He changes and adapts to what people fear. Oh, I could show you that Luxana too. What is it though? It's not Luxana. It's like, oh, there it is. I saw it. Lux Illuminated. Lux Illuminated is really like a story of Lux in a dream being chased by Fiddlesticks. So this is really cool. Light swirled and arced around Luxana. Let me pull this up and put this here, and then I'll bring up the picture big for you guys. There we go. So this whole story in Legends of Runeterra is a dream Lux has, and she's being chased and hunted by Fiddlesticks. Since Fiddle is goop, couldn't Ashlesh be too just because they are ancient? What's goop? What do you mean by goop? He becomes baleful because he is impersonating a mage seeker. Yes, exactly. Yep. A light swirling and arced around Luxana, and his city folk looked on in wonder. Here, she was Demacia's Lady of Light, an upstanding young crown guard and a talented mage. Here, Demacia was everything she had always wanted it to be. And then her next card is, she says, I am Luxana, Lady of Light, and I am not afraid. You may try to twist my Demacia into nightmare and draw it into darkness, but there is no shadow I cannot outshine. And if you look around, you can see like all these hands coming up to grab her. So Lux Illuminated kind of kind of beats Fiddlesticks in a lot of ways. So if we go to her this is her Path of Champions deck. Lux Illuminated Path of Champions deck. And so a lot of these cards had to do with Lux. So you got the Lumisphere, Jero Lightfeather. There's Vanguard Defenders who are fighting against these guys are fighting against the Black Mist though. Yeah, that doesn't have to do with her, but it's a card in there. Tree Spirit, Aberrant Mage Seeker. This is literally Fiddlesticks. Okay. Look at these voice lines, guys. These voice lines are so awesome. Let me raise the volume a little bit. Okay, so remember, keep in mind, this is Fiddlesticks, and Fiddlesticks is trying to like manipulate and create fear in Luxana.
For the magical betterment of Demacia, seek and protect.
So he initially presents himself as like a really good mage seeker.
For the good of mages everywhere.
But Jero Lightfeather catches on. So Jero Lightfeather is a young man in a mask manifested before her with a flourish of rose petals and luminescent creatures. The name's Lightfeather. Jero Lightfeather, he said. I was told you might be in need of some assistance, my lady. And so this is like, remember, this is Luxana's dream, so I guess this is her dream boy. He looks a lot like, the guy with the gauntlet. You can see his gauntlet there. So she really likes, man, what's his name? I'm so bad with the names, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's got the other gauntlet of Harak. Oh, there he is, Ezreal. She's definitely a big fan of Ezreal because her dream boy in her dreams, literally, is freaking Ezreal. So I thought that was really funny. But yeah, he catches on really quick. And Jero Lightfeather says, I don't trust you.
I don't trust the likes of you, sir.
But you know me. You've always known me.
You can see Fiddlesticks when he gets confronted kind of like starts coming forth. Yeah, he does. The legendary card, Black Tar in the cages. So Ashlesh could be the hands and water Neela has. Blue goop, yeah, well, Neela is definitely like connected with Ashlesh. Switch to Twitch, Stavros here. Yo, what up, Stavros? Yeah, whatever you guys want to use.
That you are a mage seeker at all.
Yeah,
The skin, it itches.
Can you guys hear it good? He's like starting to come forth a little bit when he gets confronted.
Come
And then-
with me, little mage.
You, Mage Seeker. You are not familiar to me.
We seek and protect. We seek and we seek.
What is it you seek?
Yeah. So he's definitely she catches on to him right away.
Lady Crown Guard, the dark awaits.
I will go nowhere with you.
A lantern crushed, a light snuffed out.
I will show you no mercy, Mage Seeker.
So keep in mind, Fiddlesticks, why would he want to go after Luxana? Well, Luxana, we said, magical abilities is strong against demon. Particularly light magic is really strong against demon. She's already proven that she can hold her own against a demon because she beat Nocturne. So if Fiddlesticks wants to like really have his free will and do whatever he wants with Demacia or anywhere else, he's gonna need to take care of like whoever's against him, like whoever's his biggest threat there. And Fiddlesticks' biggest threat in Demacia is Lux. This is Dreamlight Alina. So in the Dream of Lux, there's also a child version of her. You guys can see that. And so her first card, which is just Dreamlight Alina. When I was your age, I was afraid of this light. I didn't have anyone to tell me that my magic was a gift. So this is like Fiddlesticks was trying to bring forth her fear of like when she was a child, but it kind of backfired. That it was given to me for a reason. But you have me to tell you now, so don't be afraid, Alina. Let it shine. Like he thought that maybe he could target her as a child, right? But it didn't work because now older Lux is here to tell her that it's going to be okay. And then so Aberrant Mage Seeker
The
sees her.
sprite child, the light searing.
That one doesn't work for some reason.
My sprites are acting kind of funny.
She sees it. She knows.
Yeah.
Meager, just a spark.
It won't be a spark forever.
Little light, big dark.
Even the littlest light can lead through the dark.
Yeah. So so that's really the whole story. That's Fiddlesticks trying to really go after Luxana in her dreams, and it didn't really work. In Legends of Runeterra, we didn't have that. Man, I wanted to hear interactions of Fiddle with Neela and other demons. On Legends of I know. Demons that have a lot of hands in their art. Why is that? That's all Fiddlesticks. Anytime you see like these hands in their dreams, that's definitely Fiddlesticks. He's also targeting Lilia. If you go to Lilia's card art, you can see the hands again. He's targeting the Dreaming Tree. The Dreaming Tree is in Ionia, and if Fiddlesticks manages to corrupt the Dreaming Tree, right, he can spread nightmares all across Runeterra. You got to remember, the Dreaming Tree is where all the dreams of all across Runeterra, they all go there, at least that we know of currently. They all go to that area. And so Lilia is protecting it and trying to help it grow, but it does have like some corruption to it from Fiddlesticks, and Fiddlesticks is trying to corrupt the Dreaming Tree to spread nightmares all across Runeterra and stoke fear into the people. So think about it. If he has the Dreaming Tree on his side, he's going to crush everyone. It's a lot of fear, and that's a lot of power for Fiddlesticks. Where's Lilia? Lilia. Yeah. So I can pull her up here. We can pull up Lilia's card art. Lilia POC deck has a lot of related cards to the Dreaming Tree. Lilia, at the heart of the Garden of Forgetting. So the Garden of Forgetting rests at the bottom of the Dreaming Tree. So and in this one, you don't see any hands. So at the heart of the Garden of Forgetting, the dewdrop harvest grows near. Though these dewdrops are lovingly tendered by Lilia and the garden's other caretakers, a strange corruption can now be seen within them, and the dreams that show turning haunted and dark. And the dreams they show turning haunted and dark. So, and this is her, she like levels up. She says, as if a twisted corruption had taken root within them, threatening to leave dreamers stranded in their own dangerous nightmares. And you can see all the crows and the feathers and everything. Demons have a lot of hands in their art. Why is that? That's interesting. I don't really know. I mean, even Neela and Ashlash, when you look at Ashlash, it's the 7 hands, right? It reached up with its 7 hands at the heavens. Is Lilia at the same power level as Shinen? Who's Shainen? Shen? You talking about Shen? I think they're very different. It's hard to compare. That's why I was saying, like, when we were doing the power level last time of every single champion, it really didn't make sense because there's just too many nuance there between the different champions. Like, we can argue, like, we can say who the most powerful champions are, but there's champions that are weaker than a couple and then stronger than a couple, and it's impossible because it really depends on the giant fox. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I don't think she's stronger than him. Let me pull him up. Shine Thousand Tails. Thousand Tails or something like that. I don't remember how the name is spelled. Yeah. Sinan Thousand Tails. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's more powerful than him. This guy's like starting to get into like spirit god level, Vastaya. Yeah. No, I don't think she's more powerful than him. Yeah. No, I got you.